I'm meteorologist Meg Ryan. Tim Buckley is enjoying some much needed time off, and we're going to spend the next 10 minutes really taking a deep dive into the forecast and what's going on right now and what's going to be happening especially for tomorrow. But something interesting I feel like has happened in the weather in the past several weeks, and that we have these big swings of temperatures, and this week is no exception. Just think back to last Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We saw temperatures well above average in the mid 60s for Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday was 70, and then there's that big dip. And we've seen that before. We saw that for Veterans Day when it was super cold. Well, it was cold for Thanksgiving with highs only around 49 degrees, mid 40s for Friday and Saturday, and only a high of 42 yesterday. Today, we saw temperatures start off right around the freezing mark. A lot of sunshine in the morning allowed us to heat up to about 42 at lunchtime, and then we topped out right about 45 degrees in the middle of the afternoon. And now we've watched temperatures start to dip, but notice they're coming up just a little bit. So we started off with lots of clear skies, sunshine this morning, but then the clouds really started to thicken up as we went through the afternoon and into the evening hours as well. We only made it up to 45 degrees. Our average high for this time of the year is 55, so we're running about 10 degrees cooler than what we should be for this time of the year. Check out that record high, 75 back in 2006 and 9 in 1929. No precipitation today, but that will definitely change for tomorrow. We actually have a 100% chance of rain in the forecast, and as you know, we don't do that very often. That shows you just how confident we are in the rain that's headed our way. Highs today did make it into the mid 40s across many areas, 45 in Mount Airy, up in the foothills and the mountains, a little bit cooler with 38 in Jefferson and 41 in Boone. So a cool day overall. We're already down to about 39 degrees. Those clouds are actually helping to keep temperatures a little bit warmer, which is going to help us because when the rain comes, it's going to keep temperatures above freezing. So it is not an icing situation for the Piedmont Triad. Up in the foothills and mountains, that's a different story, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. Also, notice dew point has been rising as the moisture in the air is starting to increase in advance of that rain that is headed our way. Temperatures right now looking at the mid and upper 30s with 39 in Winston-Salem, 36 in High Point, 33 in Raidsville, Stoneville, up in Danville as well, and Statesville. 40 degrees right now. So here's the main things we're going to talk about. We're going to keep it dry through the rest of the evening. It's going to be about midnight or so that we're really going to start to see that rain. Our weather impact alert day is only for the first half of Tuesday. So this is a pretty quick system. It's about a 12-hour system. Tuesday afternoon, we're going to clear out, probably even get some sunshine in here, and then much quieter for Wednesday and Thursday. And then we have another storm system coming our way on Friday. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. But for Tuesday, this is our weather impact alert day. And remember, it's just for the first half of the day. So starting at midnight tonight and going through about midday tomorrow. This is a quick moving system. Here's what you can expect. Rain. And it's going to be a cold rain because temperatures in the morning barely above the freezing level. So it is going to be cold and raining, and some of that rain could be heavy at times. We're going to have pockets of some good downpours. This is a good soaking rain. This is what we've been waiting for. We'll take a look at the drought monitor in just a little bit, and you'll see why we need this rain. Now, up in the foothills in the mountains, there is a possibility that they could see some freezing rain, and even in the higher elevations, some snow as well. So here's how you need to prepare for tomorrow. The morning commute is going to be tricky. It's going to be rainy. It's going to be cold. We could even have some fog as well. So as an adult going to work, be prepared for it to be a little messy. But for kids at the bus stop, please encourage them to dress appropriately. I know it's hard. I have a 14-year-old. I understand. See if you can get them to wear the coat. See if you can get them to wear to use the umbrella. They're going to be glad if they did because it's just cold rain. I know I keep saying it, but really that's the big story for tomorrow. And look at all this rain. This is all associated with that area of low pressure, and all this moisture is coming our way. So we're going to see a good bit of rain in that short 12-hour period. So here it comes, starting to fill in portions of the mountains of North Carolina, starting to get into the upstate South Carolina, northern Georgia, back into Tennessee as well. So all this moisture is coming our way, and that's what's going to give us the wet morning for tomorrow. So we do have a winter weather advisory up for the foothills in the mountains that has already begun and will go until noon tomorrow. And I checked, and all of these counties here, all of these children have a 2-hour delay for tomorrow. Patrick County, I believe, has a virtual school day tomorrow. So they are already planning that this could become an issue for them in the morning. But like I said, temperatures will rebound in the afternoon, later on in the morning to above freezing. So temperatures not moving very much in the overnight hours. That's because of the clouds. That's because of the rain. So around midnight, we'll really start to see that rain build in, and 100% chance of rain for the morning. Temperatures staying steady at about 36 degrees. So this is that cold rain that you need to be prepared for. And fog also could be a concern. I'm not looking at dense fog, but visibilities will be reduced. So that is something you need to be mindful of, in addition to the rain in the morning. So why is all this happening? Well, that we have an area of low pressure quickly moving our way. That's bringing all that rain with it. Behind it, though, is high pressure. So this is a quick mover. Once it's out of here, and it's going to be out of here by tomorrow afternoon, we actually might even see some sunshine. Then that high pressure builds in. That's going to clear us out not only for Tuesday afternoon, but also on Wednesday and Thursday as well. Friday, though, that's the next system, and that's one we also have to keep our eye on. So for tomorrow, we're going to start off temperatures in the mid-30s, so above freezing, but not by very much, so it's going to be cold, and we're going to keep it in the 30s through about lunchtime, only getting to the mid-40s by the afternoon, but those afternoon temperatures will coincide with some dry conditions. Depending on how much sunshine we can get, will have a big impact on just how warm we actually get. So the quicker we see the sun and the more sun we see, the warmer it'll actually be. So taking you hour by hour, here we are just after midnight. You can see that bulk of the rain starting to move into our area and really overspread in the overnight. You saw earlier a little bit of pink up here. So that freezing rain threat is really in the overnight hours. Once we get to that morning commute, temperatures should be above freezing, but you can see those pockets of some heavier rain, so it is going to be a messy morning. But by lunchtime, 12:40, there it goes. Behind it, just the clouds, starting to see a little bit of that clearing, especially up in the foothills, more of that clearing in the Piedmont, and then temperatures getting back down into the 30s. So how much rain we're going to get? Well, this is going to be a good soaking rain. Up in the foothills, they can see about ½ an inch of rain, up to 3/4, maybe even an inch of rain in some areas here in the Piedmont Triad. And just within that 12-hour period, but this is the rain that we need, that good soaking rain, because check out our drought status. Just minorly dry in these areas that you see in yellow, so that includes Forsyth, up towards Yadkin, up into foothills as well, but these more kind of orangey areas. This is that level 1 status. So we need the rain. This is the soaking rain that we get. Sunday, that little bit of drizzle didn't really help very much. It's better than nothing, but we will take this rain. I wish it wasn't so much in a short period of time, and I wish it wasn't so cold, but we need the rain. Obviously no rain today, and so far for the month, we just started the first day of the month, but last month we only had about ½ an inch of rain, and we should have seen over 3 inches of rain. So let's take a look. There's that system moving out of here. It's going to be dry for Wednesday, dry for Thursday as well, but then as we take a look at Friday, this is the next system we're going to keep an eye on. This is the European model. It wants to bring us some snow. As of right now, I'm thinking maybe a rain-snow mix. I'm not real big on this system because if you take a look at the GFS model, when it fast forwards through Friday, it's just showing rain. It's not showing anything in the form of frozen precipitation. So we're keeping an eye on it. As we get new models all the time, we'll let you know what we see. Overnight tonight, what you can expect, rain late, 34 degrees in the morning. And then for tomorrow, we've been talking about that morning rain, 47 in the afternoon. And your 7-day forecast shows dry for Wednesday and Thursday. And we're keeping an eye on Friday for the possibility of a rain-snow mix.